Have you ever wondered why monthly managed IT service pricing varies so dramatically from one company to the next? And how do you know which provider is actually the right fit for your business? These are questions we hear constantly from prospects, and I want to spend some time answering them today. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why pricing varies, what those differences actually mean for your business, and what to look for before you ever compare quotes. Hi, I'm Rochelle Calicott with Tech7 Partners. Before we go any further, let's quickly define what a managed IT provider, or an MSP, actually is. Traditionally, businesses would call an IT company only when something broke. That's often called break-fix IT support. Managed IT is different. Instead of waiting for things to break, the provider will monitor, maintain, secure, and support your systems on a recurring basis. But here's the important part. Not all IT companies approach that responsibility the same way. Most managed IT providers fall into one of four categories. And knowing the difference is exactly what will help you make sense of the pricing. Level 1 is what we call tool-based IT. At this level, the focus is usually on keeping costs lower and relying heavily on basic software tools to manage the environment. Over time, companies at this level often find themselves dealing with lots of recurring issues, slower response time during problems, limited to no cybersecurity protection, and a very little long-term planning around the business. This model can work great for companies that don't rely heavily on technology day to day and are comfortable waiting on fixes when something goes wrong. Level 2 is help desk IT. This is where businesses start feeling more supported day to day. Communication improves, response times are better, and there's more consistency in the support experience. But IT at this level is still largely reactive. Businesses here typically deal with recurring technology frustrations, inconsistent cybersecurity, limited strategic planning, and little guidance around long-term business risks. And this is actually the most common model out there. These businesses want reliable support and response service. They just haven't made the shift to viewing technology as a strategic investment versus a business expense. Level 3 is proactive IT. This is where businesses stop feeling like technology is constantly fighting against them. The focus shifts to planning ahead. Things like prevention, cybersecurity, and reducing recurring issues before they impact the business. We also see these businesses start getting better positioned for compliance requirements and cybersecurity insurance expectations. But even at this level, business owners and leadership will still need to drive much of the long-term business and technology alignment themselves. Level 3 is a strong fit for growing businesses that are ready to leverage technology as a tool for efficiency, security, and planning. And level 4 is business-aligned IT. At this level, technology decisions are tied directly to the goals of the business. The focus is on long-term planning. Think about things like accountability, operational efficiency, cybersecurity leadership, and reducing business risk over time. Businesses here are looking for strategic guidance and an advantage. They think about things like budgeting conversations, technology roadmaps, and a VCIO partner that helps them make smarter operational decisions as the company grows. This is also where conversations around AI, automation, and workflow improvement become a much bigger part of the relationship. Level 4 is the right fit for growth-minded businesses that are ready to make technology an active driver of their business goals. Now that you know the difference, the real question becomes, which level is the right fit for your business? Here are 3 questions you should ask when looking for an IT vendor. First, what's included in the monthly agreement and what costs extra? Scope varies dramatically between providers. Ask for specifics, not just categories. Words like complete and total, they get used loosely in this industry. And what sounds comprehensive may have significant gaps that only show up later as an add-on cost. Second question, what cybersecurity protections are included in your standard IT support? This matters because many providers treat cybersecurity as an add-on. And lastly, what people, process, and strategy comes with your standard tools? Most providers are reselling very similar tools at a very similar cost. The real difference is what's built around them. A high-performing IT partner is roughly 20% tools and 80% people and process. That's where the value lives. A great example of how people and process matter happened with a client at Tech7 a few years ago. A company that had been with us for over 10 years decided to leave us for a cheaper option with another IT vendor. On paper, the other provider looked similar. But when issues arose, the business found themselves dealing with unresolved tech issues that were frustrating employees, creating downtime that affected their business, and added hidden costs that far exceeded what they were saving on the monthly bill. They came back to us and have never questioned price again. After all, price is not the only thing worth measuring. As a final thought, here are 3 things I want you to take away from this that can have a huge effect on your IT partnership. First, managed IT pricing varies because the service behind it varies. 2 providers can quote very different prices and both be right because they're delivering 2 very different levels of support. Second, before you compare any quotes, ask the right questions. What's included? What's not? And what comes with the tools beyond the tools themselves? And remember, a high-performing IT partner is roughly 20% tools and 80% people and process. That's where the real value lives, and that's what the price difference usually reflects. If you'd like to learn more about the 4 levels or about the cost that typically goes with each one, visit us at tech7partners.com.